Super 17. Is he the best aging 120% leader skill to get an EZA? Because this guy has a great super attack effect, gaining 50% attack defense for turn on super attack. He starts out with 40% damage reduction and builds up his damage reduction from 6% up to 30%, his ki from 1 up to 3, and his attack from 30% up to 150%. So this guy can be sound on ki provided he gets hit 3 times. He can be good defensively with his damage reduction because he goes from 40% up to 70%, and his offense could look quite okay provided this guy does get a couple of crits off. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Dev back with another one of these Dokkan battle videos. Today we're going to talk about AGL Super 17, and I think Super 17 is a good pick to talk about because this guy was quite alright on release at the time when he had first came out back in April of 2017, and he came out during the leader skill slash Dokkan event meta, with his leader skill being 3 ki and 120% the stats to extreme AGL, and super AGL type 1 ki and 50% to stats. So you can bring super AGL units on your team with this guy, and this guy can go ahead and coincide with another super class character provided that they were chilling on his leader skill. So Super 17, how did he perform during the leader skill slash Dokkan event meta? I think he performed quite okay considering the fact that extreme AGL was a pretty alright typing. Let me go ahead and bring up extreme AGL. This guy does have solid options to run with him. He does have AGL Rose, he does have this Andrew 17, he does have this Golden Frieza, but I think that where this guy really particularly shines the most is when he gets his EZA in 2020. He is a 2020 EZA that is performing well in today's difficult content because this guy's able to get up to 70% damage reduction, 150% attack, and 3 ki. The most important thing about his kit is the fact that he's able to build up his damage reduction very, very quickly. So how many 200% leader skills is this guy on? So Super 17 is only on 200 leader skills, and I think that his 200 leader skills are actually pretty okay. AGL Cells has to be the worst for him because AGL Cell could work alright, although AGL Cell wants Android units around it by the time he gets to Perfect Cell because his links are based around Cell units. And for the 17 and Hellfighter 17, I think that this is obviously where you're going to have him the most, because when he does go to Super 17, these guys are basically sharing perfect links with one another because they both have Fuse Fighter, they both have Nightmare, they both have GT, they both have Fear and Faith. They pretty much share almost a perfect link set. Do they have any links that are different to one another? I don't think so. No, they share every link with one another, huh? Yeah. So what is good about Super 17? I think what's good about Super 17 is that he does have damage reduction at the start turn as well as attack buildup. And I feel as if though they took Super 17's design and put it on LR Goku Black and Zamasu, because they recover HP at the start turn, which is not the same thing to the Super 17, but they do build up attack similar to how Super 17 builds up attack. That Super 17 does build up attack and starts out with his own damage reduction. He does have a solid link set, that being GT, Shocking Speed, Fuse Fighter. So this guy can work pretty alright with the AGL Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Is that weird to say? Because AGL Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is on Super AGL, and technically you can go ahead and throw this Super 17 on the 120% leader skill of the Vegeta, because Vegeta's giving 1 ki and 50% the stats to Extreme AGL. This guy can just sit there with his 40% damage reduction and just tank. So I think this guy was working relatively well because this guy is technically a tank that builds up attack inside of his passive. Sure, was he that impressive? Maybe not with his attack, but his defense could be quite formidable because this is during the leader skill slash Dokkan event meta, so this guy was able to take attacks from these Dokkan events. So how does this guy look post EZA? Now, this guy post EZA is easily one of the best aging EZAs in the game because he's able to take super attacks from big red zone bosses, and this guy can build up very, very quickly. What makes this guy so good is the fact that he has a good super attack effect with a good but standard based passive. We want good standard passives because it's what particularly makes units age well anyways. You take a look at him, this guy starts out with 40% damage reduction just baseline and builds up ki, attack, and damage reduction. The most important thing is that this guy just builds up his damage reduction very, very quickly. It's just a couple attacks, and this guy's already at 70% damage reduction, 3 ki, and 150% attack, as well as giving target Goku category allies a 17% chance to crit. He is a support type unit with 70% damage reduction and gaining 50% attack and defense on super attack. This unit is very, very powerful. Was solid back when it first came out, and much, much more better in today's meta. And just because he got these guys, this really, really helped out this 17. Even though this guy's not really the crazy because he's super restricted, and I want to talk about him someday, I think that that really helped out this Super 17. Now, what is bad about this guy? The only thing I want to say that is quote-unquote bad about this guy is the fact that he is on a lack of category teams, and where you could use him. But other than that, I think that him not starting out with the attack and defensive buff is my only issue. But if they did start him out with the attack and defensive buff, guys, that would be so crazy because he already can build up to 70% damage reduction. Could you imagine if he had 100% attack and defense with 70% damage reduction? That would be so crazy. That's my only issue other than the fact that he's on not too many category teams, is that he doesn't start out with an attack and defensive buff. And him having 2 20 leader skills is a little bit criminal. I wish he had a bit more, but having AGL cells and the Super 17 is pretty decent. I can't even act like it's not. But I think that is everybody. I appreciate you guys watching. You guys the best. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.